Hi, Jane Garapick here. A few weeks back, I posted a video about making sure that you're being picky about the right things. We're all looking for the perfect guy, and if you've been hanging around my channel or website for very long, you already know that my take on that is that what you really want is the perfect guy for you. Because if we're not careful, our programming can get in the way and blur our ability to see that sometimes the perfect guy for you has been right there all along. You just didn't notice. See, buried in between all the healthy relationships that never ever turned out the way that I wanted them to, in between all of those heartbreaking, dramatic episodes with guys that could never, ever give me what I was so looking for, there were actually a few men who were what I now recognize as healthy relationship material kind of guys. But at the time, I was never open to seeing them that way. Instead, I continued to chase the unhealthy romantic fantasies about love that I had in my head from all of my own unhealthy programming. These were genuinely good guys who were looking for an exclusive relationship. They weren't afraid of commitment. They were honest. They were real. They didn't play games. These were men who would talk about real life, everyday topics. You could have a real conversation with them. They'd call when they said they were going to call. They'd show up. They'd plan ahead for when we would see each other so that there was never any doubt that I was a priority. But see, because they weren't igniting my own unhealthy chemistry indicator, or because they weren't going all out on the romantic pursuit that made me feel so desirable, so wanted and worthy, they never ever even stood a chance with me. Of course, all of them did get married and started families not too long after I gave them the "it's not you, it's me" speech, while I remained single, still holding out for the one who existed only in my unhealthy fantasies. I'll never forget the guy that I found too boring. He was emotionally stable, financially secure, he was good looking, attractive, genuinely a real nice guy. But it was so even-keeled a relationship, meaning healthy, that it didn't do anything for me. And so I left for California telling him there was nothing here for me. Imagine. And I still didn't get it when he asked, "What about me?" I simply refused to believe that it could be love if there wasn't any extreme roller coaster ride feel to it. But what if I'd known then what I know now? What if I'd been looking for a real person to have a real relationship with instead of someone based on the unfinished business of my childhood? How much time, energy, and heartbreak could I have saved myself if I had figured this out early on? Well, of course, I was fortunate to finally realize that what I thought was my type was actually not going to get me the kind of relationship that I knew I really wanted. And that is something that you can realize too, starting right now, starting today. So start here. Think about whether this type that you're so set on, this type of guy that you're so set on, whether this guy you're calling your type has actually shown you with real life behavior anything that resembles real love and commitment and everything else that you want in a relationship. Has he? Don't make it so complicated. It can be as simple as recognizing that what you actually want is someone who shows you he's interested in you. Not someone you have to try to change or convince of your worth and desirability to get him to show more interest in you. Now that's a bare minimum. You don't have to go through any more of this game we call love, but isn't anything that actually even resembles true love. Go ahead and take that second look. First at yourself and what you really want, and then at whoever it is that you're thinking about again because of what I'm saying here. And all the other ones like him that you haven't even considered getting romantically involved with. What would it hurt to go on a few dates, get to know him better, and then decide what you think about him after you're truly open to seeing if anything might come from this, if anything might be possible? See, this isn't about settling. I can't stress this enough. This is not about settling. It is about seeing what you're calling your type against the reality of what a version of yourself far removed from your programming that has never served you is calling your type. You'll never know unless you do, and you won't always get a second chance to find out, because by then, that other woman, the one who knows what she really wants and is open to seeing his real value, she'll have already scooped him up. You know how that goes. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever passed on a relationship because you didn't feel that chemistry or that spark that you wanted, that you were expecting, that you were told had to be there? If so, how did you handle it? Do you look back now and feel like you may have missed out on what could have been a potentially great relationship? Tell us your story below in the comments. And as always, if you know of anyone who you think this video might help, please let them know about it. And also remember to click the thumbs up button if you liked it, and make sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on any new videos. I'll see you in the next one.